What's up, guys? Joey here with Digby and his
emoji pillow. This is my actual feelings throughout the day.
That's about right. Anyway, we just attended Dallas Fan Expo, and there was a lot of cool things there, but there was one part that we really enjoyed. Actually, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, and it was the Dragon Ball Z voice actors panel, which had
Chris Sabat, Sean Schemmel, Eric Vale, and Mike McFarland.
So, Chris Sabat is Prince Vegeta.
The Prince of all Saiyans.
And who else does he do?
Piccolo.
Piccolo. Sean Schemmel is, of course, Goku.
Oh, yeah, Goku.
And King
Kai?
King Cobra Kai. Oh, wait, no, King Kai?
King Kai.
Okay.
Yes.
And Eric Vale is Trunks. And
from the future, guys.
the Master Roshi is... What's the guy's name again?
Mike McFarland?
Mike McFarland.
Yeah.
These guys were awesome. They had a lot of personality. They did their voices. It was a very...
extremely entertaining panel.
I was trying not to laugh the entire time, but I was laughing at, and I'm not even as big of a fan of DBZ as he is.
And that's saying something because we went to the Daredevil panel too, and it was nowhere near.
Yeah, the Daredevil. I mean, this was probably one of my favorite panels from out of all the Comic-Cons I went to. So we're gonna go ahead and play for you. We recorded most of it. There's some parts where we had to edit, skip out. Yeah, but
for parental discretion purposes, right?
No, just because our memory card got full.
Don't tell him that.
Anyway, so we hope you like it, and yeah, check it out. Kakarot.
Over 9. Is it? No, it's 8,000. Over 85,000.
When Master Roshi talks like this.
You made the mistake of giving Chris this? Oh, that was a huge
I don't think anyone
mistake.
gave Chris anything.
Huge mistake.
Oh no.
Yeah, I did. I hope you don't have internet access, Chris, because then it's going to be YouTube videos. All right. We're still promoting Resurrection F. Awesome. No.
We're still seeing.
At least you were in it.
That's true. Oh, wait. Were you not in it?
No, I wasn't.
I forgot that you weren't in it. I'm sorry. But you have a huge storyline coming up in Super if we ever do that show.
You don't know. No, we don't know that.
There's a huge Trunks thing happening. I don't know.
It could be a lie.
I'm just very optimistic for you because I feel bad for
I
you.
appreciate that. Sean.
Because you're fundamentally the coolest character on the show yet. Me and Chris and Mike here are stealing all the glory.
I agree with that.
Right.
I'm great. You guys suck. Keep going.
Should we
I like this panel already.
It's great. Siblings. Are we loading up the room still? We can start talking, I suppose.
We should just announce Resurrection F on this panel.
Yeah, we'd like to announce that Resurrection F will be coming out in the past.
It'll be resurrected.
I guess introductions are kind of in order. I don't know.
Sure.
Whatever. My name's Sean Schemmel, and I'm a member of the greatest rock band of all time that doesn't sing music, called Dragon Ball Z. Because I feel like we're in a band, like a huge band, and then we get a new series, and it's like, we're getting the band back together! But we don't play, well, we all individually play instruments, but we don't play them together.
Yeah, but you're like John and Oko.
Oh, thank you! Yeah, kinda, yeah. I write all the best songs.
You're
and I'm a dick.
Joko.
I'm Joko.
It's less like a rock band, more like a moving company. We're always moving
companies
things
come
around.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's see. I'm Mike McFarland. I'm also in this rock band as Master Roshi Rock Band. And other things, but that's the one they're like, hey, those other guys too. It's Master Roshi.
Mike got to bring it in Resurrection F. I was really happy for him.
I brought it like it hasn't been brought in.
And
He got to do several Kamehamehas. I was very.
I got to do the first one of the whole movie.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I was very surprised and happy.
I wasn't in the movie. Still.
Eric's finest performance.
That's
You were
true.
really great in that movie.
Eric was
I
cast
thought
as the
about you a lot in that movie.
sound of silence.
So I'm Eric Vale. I am the
Star of Resurrection F.
Star of Resurrection F, and I'm the guy who was apparently kicked out of the band into the future.
We need you to get us more guitars.
So that I can
in the future.
bring back the future guitars.
No, I just sent you to the future to get Dippin' Dots.
Yes, that's the ice cream of the future.
I always had this thought of like doing a short film about like sending like the story of how Dippin' Dots came from the future, but how they weren't meant to be all beaded like that. It was just supposed to be normal ice cream that they managed to send to the future, but got screwed up. So somebody has to go back in time or forward in time to send Dippin' Dots to the present in the way they were intended to be. Never
Which
mind.
would be.
I'm gonna stop.
I like that.
Were they like dipping chunks?
It was just like it was just ice cream, and it was impressive that it came from the future alone.
Because that was its slogan, which you'd think they wouldn't stand up in court. You know, you could say that slogan is misleading. It's not. You prove that you have a time machine. Then Eric shows up in court. I've got a time machine, and then he's all trunksed out, and I didn't get him sleep.
What is the Dippin' Dots slogan?
It's the ice cream of the future. That's the Dippin' Dots
Is it
slogan.
ice cream of the future or ice cream from the future?
I don't know.
Of the future?
But you have to say it the same way that I say it when I go to the mall. It's ice cream of the future.
I'm Chris.
Is that a
McFarland.
small or a medium?
I do the voice of Vegetas and Piccolos and Yamchas in the Dragon Balls.
Yeah. And the cat, you're the cat.
I'm Corin.
And you're the turtle.
I'm the turtle.
And Bubbles.
And you're the monkey. And you're the dragon.
I did all the cut parts that Funimation was too cheap to cast someone else for in 1998.
I'm gonna save some money. They got your voices off eBay.
They got everything else on eBay back then.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's where they found me.
We practically found you off eBay.
I know. I'm not lying.
It's a funny story how we found Eric actually, because he auditioned. He didn't actually audition for Trunks originally. I don't know what you'd come in to audition for. And I don't know why he even attempted to audition, because he wasn't very good. And actually, I did remember that he came in and he brought in a headshot, which was really weird, because most of the people who auditioned for Funimation.
That's because Eric is a professional actor.
Yeah, I know. Most people that came in during that time didn't have a headshot because they didn't have an agent.
They were professional actors.
But Eric came in with one. I always remembered that, and I thought, oh, he'd be good for Trunks, but then completely forgot about him until we were desperately looking for someone for Trunks and could not find someone. Like, it was getting down to the last hours, and finally I was like, oh wait, there's that guy who had that headshot. And does anyone know who, and then I found it, but none of his information was on it. I'm like, does anyone know who this is? And oddly enough, there was a girl there that said, I know who that is. That's a guy from Denton, and I'm friends with him. And guess who it was? It was the voice of Bulma. Knew where Trunks was and told Vegeta how to find him.
Knew where Trunks was. That's kind of awesome. I forgot about that story. That is amazing.
Anyway.
I like the idea. I mean, I know we have to take questions at some point, but I just like the idea of us totally tangentially rambling the whole time.
I can do that.
Yes, we can all do that.
What do you want to talk about?
Oh, I was going to talk about Resurrection F. Or see what in some of these other folders on this computer.
Yeah, you should probably look into them and see what's on this computer.
Open things up in paint, see how many mustaches you could put on all those slides.
Yeah, good.
So
how's it going?
Good to see you guys. It's great.
We should probably open it up to questions, because I think all
Probably,
of us
because
have been like,
That's probably why there's a microphone there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that's the insult microphone.
I thought that was to keep the projector company.
Like every person who's coming up to that microphone is like, okay, jerks, all four of you suck.
Yeah. All for you, sir. You have a question? Or why do you suck?
Why do you suck so bad?
Hey, how you doing?
good to see you again.
I have a question for Chris and for Sean as well.
Sorry, Eric. Sorry, Mike.
That's fine. No, we got this one. Just relax. Just take a little break. Just a little break.
At the audience.
You're still good, bro. How do you feel specifically as kind of Vegeta?
How do you feel about what?
How do we feel about Goku?
Goku getting to go first.
Oh, I was thoroughly disappointed with the ending to that movie. Yeah, it hurt my soul. How many of you have not seen this movie? Okay, sorry
And
about
ruined.
Okay, yeah.
So at the end, here's what happens.
So there's an ending that's not as awesome as I would have liked. And if it were, like, what I wanted was for Vegeta to demand part 2 to that ending, where they double up.
I want a do-over also.
Yeah, exactly. Double do-over. And so he just like, and there's only, because they've already run out of time, he only gets like a few seconds. And she's like, you are going to, and say, forget it. Roll the credits. That was disappointing. I think the most disappointing thing in the movie, though, was when Tien Shinhan shows up with Chaozu and says, yeah, Yamcha's too weak for this battle. I left Tien and Yamcha at home. I'm like, oh gosh, that sucks.
I had a second quick question, actually, for all 4 of you. I've been doing a lot of movie acting in theater specifically, and I'd like to know if I can get tips from 4 of you as to like projection specifically.
A projection for movie acting?
No, for theater, movie, or like.
Or theater, you definitely want to do a lot of projection.
Vocal projection.
Vocal
Yes.
projection.
Yes.
I mean,
Breathe deeply.
Yeah. Breathe deeply, don't forget to breathe. Don't breathe too deeply too fast because then you will pass out.
that's not why though. But yes, I did pass out. Yeah, copious amounts of air, breath support. That way you won't damage your voice. You have tons and tons of air. Yeah. If you after a long Dragon Ball Z session, if I'm doing a lot of screaming, my diaphragm and my stomach muscles will actually hurt, and I'll break a sweat. It's like, so you'll be working that lung system a lot more than you work this, and it'll protect your voice from. I'm surprised I don't have nodes. I'm really surprised Chris doesn't have nodes.
I got no nodes. My suggestion too would be like when you actually go to do really loud stuff, to not hesitate, because that's what screws a lot of people up. When you're kind of worried about like, oh no, is this not going to be good enough, or is this not going to be loud enough? That's when actually people get a little nervous and they hesitate and they don't do as good of a job as they could have.
Yeah.
So when new actors would come in, I would always tell them like, look, you've got a choice. You can either do like one scream really loudly for a really long time that hurts and it's amazing, or you're gonna probably have to do 2 or 3 screams. So let's just get it right on the first time and just like throw it all out there.
Yeah, because if you're worried about the aftermath, we're going to hear that.
Right.
That's a cautious scream.
My advice, 2 words, slow down. Everything that you're doing, you probably are doing too fast. Just take a step back, slow it all down.
I completely disagree with Eric. No, I'm kidding. Some people tell me all the time, slow down.
No, that's shut up. That's
Oh yeah, that's right. Shut up.
That's a different S phrase. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Hopefully that was helpful.
Hi guys, I was introduced to Dragon Ball Z through the Funimation dub that I grew up later in the 90s. And for me, you are those voices. And which was one of your favorite lines to say in those voices, like in any one of your roles? For either King Kai, Goku, or Yamcha, any favorite lines from the show?
Oh, favorite lines.
Summon woman, bring me a drying cloth at once! Oh, back in those days when you'd be like really misogynistic in that show.
Yeah.
That would not happen now.
Yeah.
Respected woman, please ask someone else to bring me a towel, because I don't want to disrespect you. Women's lib.
Yeah, I think Roshi had a line when he was trying to train itty bitty Goku and itty bitty Krillin because they were bringing him date options. And one of the misogynist things that was oh, please don't be chunky. Not written by me.
Wow.
Thank you,
What's the
Japan.
cookie shoot?
I have standards.
Trunks says a whole lot of
No! Father.
I'm surprised Trunks doesn't
No,
show up
Father.
in a straitjacket. He just comes back in a straitjacket because he's seen so much shit.
right.
He's just mental, and the time thing is messing with his head.
That'd be great.
Scrambling his brain. I don't,
I've come back in time to stop Biff. And burn his almanac.
Yeah, why don't we see more Trunks, Back to the Future? Are there a lot of them that I'm missing, or are there Trunks Back to the Future mashups that I'm...
No, I just did that for the first time now.
That's gonna go viral now. It's gonna go, they're
I
gonna
like that
stay-
idea.
It's gonna go plague.
And Trunks just slices Biff in half with a sword. I got this covered, Marty. And he just slices him up, and Marty McFly's like, what the fuck? He's like freaking out.
Gotta get sliced in half.
Yeah, and the 1950s police are trying to track you down with their 1950s technology, and it's terrible. And oh my god, I love that idea. I don't, favorite Goku lines? Goku does not get a lot of good lines. I did enjoy some of the stuff I did in Battle of Gods with Goku and King Kai. I can't remember them.
I will not let you destroy my world.
I will let you destroy my world. Well, that was a fun one. I'm not gonna scream it now. I'm gonna rip my head off here. I'm trying to think of anything else. King Kai has some good stuff. I like to make King Kai rap a lot. That's always fun. Do it! I like big butts and I cannot lie. It's my favorite one to do. You other guys can't deny. When the same walks in with an itty bitty waist and a tail around her waist, you get sprung. Sprung! Look at that DC double. Master Roshi's in trouble. Who called my name? And what are you doing in my house? Who are you people? I'm in your head, Master Roshi. I'm in your head.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
What about like I am the light and the thing that he told Freezer?
Oh yeah, that whole speech. That was a hard speech to do because you're screaming this speech that could be construed as very egoic, which is not really consistent with what I believe Goku is, and having to not sound like I'm the shit and you're not, and make it sound believable was very challenging for me. So thank you for your question, though. Thank you, Demon Guy.
Nice question.
So, everybody's aware that there's a lot of screaming in Dragon Ball Z.
What?
I wanted to know, personally, for each one of you, which was the scene that you kind of walked away, the most drained?
Every session,
Like the all of it, like the most of it.
Yeah.
Well, I do recall it used to be harder before the powers that be that were doing the scheduling realized that there was a certain amount of wear and tear on you that happened. So, in the old Dragon Ball Z days, we'd get the schedule like, okay, we need Eric for, let's see, Trunks has a lot of lines. He's got 10 hours. Okay, so we'll book him 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and we'll give him a lunch and a dinner, and he'll just...
pretty much.
that'll take care of it in one day. We can do that.
And we did that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I need, that long screen. There's a part right at the end, 40 seconds into the screen, where he gets a little bit bigger, and you didn't do that. So let's go ahead and take this 40-second screen again, and make sure that you get bigger at the very tail end of it when when his chest gets points up.
Right.
So let's just do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were great
That
times.
was fun.
Yeah.
Our computers were terrible back then, though. So if you
They're like
really
Apple
only
IIs.
had, they were old, and
Commodore
once you
64.
pressed record, you had one chance to record it, and then if you press stop, you only get to see it in the picture maybe one time, and then if you press stop, it could be 10-minute wait.
Oh yeah.
Before it would reset and try and
Especially
get
if
a
you
second take of it again. So there was a lot of I don't know, I kind of remember it, just yell it again, really loud, wild, and then just try and move it into place.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey man.
Hi.
So, in the Dragon Ball Z series, there's a bit of a competition between Vegeta and Goku. So, what is your favorite, competition that they've tried to compete against each other in?
Chris tries to get the highest hotel floor when we travel. Then he'll text me about it in Vegeta's voice. It's like, what floor are you on, Kakarot? I'm like, I'm on the 20th floor. I'm on the 29th floor. I bested you again. And I'll get these texts. From Chris, totally out of the blue. And I'm like, what is
That
it?
is true.
And I worry about it. I'm like, what's going on?
We've been just doing it for so long. I just thought it'd be really funny if, what if just Vegeta and Goku, what you're seeing on Dragon Ball Z is just the idea that maybe one of them has in their heads, but they really are just guys who live in Dallas or something like that. They have these delusions of grandeur.
That's pretty much how we roll. I
But
mean,
yeah, in the series though, the Majin Vegeta stuff is always my favorite. That's
Yeah, that's my
part of
favorite
the
arc
whole
as well,
series.
yeah.
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 Alright, so, in y'all's opinion,
Yes.
who do you think is the strongest characters in Dragon Ball Z besides Beerus or Whis? And no Goku.
I think that should always be a rule.
Superman.
Mr. Popo.
Chiatsu.
Poir.
Yeah, Poir's pretty strong.
Yeah.
I think it's probably Launch. Remember Launch? Yeah, she's been out training somewhere really hard. She's gonna show up and just go, ha ha. That's what she say, ha ha. Ha. But it's Vegeta. The real answer to that's Vegeta, obviously.
It probably.
I just realized they can have a snack called Vegetos, like Cheetos. For some reason, that just popped into my head.
Welcome back, Sean.
Sorry, I was on a break. I went to La La Land and thought about Vegetos. Yes, I did, actually. And I'm not making that up. I really thought about Vegetos, and that's why I'm telling you. These are my thoughts, and I'm telling you them. That's what Mike, I couldn't get this line right. I was a line where I go, I wish they had shown me a picture of them, was Goku's line when he's looking for the androids.
It's just a lot of thinking out loud that happens.
Yeah, but I kept saying, I wish they'd have shown them a picture of me. Like I was saying Goku had wished that they shown the androids a picture of Goku, but it was the other way around. And then in the middle of that, I kept getting it wrong, and then Mike just chimes in on the mic, he was directing me, he goes, these are my thoughts and I'm telling you them. Totally what he did, and I could not stop laughing. I mean, I couldn't do that line after that.
That's because that's half of Goku's lines.
Yeah, pretty much.
I would like pie. Maybe I should buy one.
I'm thinking about Vegetos. That'd be a great snack. You could have little hair. It might poke the roof of your mouth. I don't know, because the spiky hair. I don't know. What flavor would they be? Would they be really hot, like sand flavor?
I think Goku and the dog from Up are the same guy.
That's hilarious. So yeah, that's what happened.
You're gonna have to cut him off, dude. He's just gonna keep going.
I know. Okay. Guys, I just want to thank you guys for being here in Dallas. We love you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
No worries, man.
It was a long trip to get here.
Yeah, me too.
I actually saw Sean at the New York Comic Con a few years ago.
Oh, wow.
So it's great to see all you guys together now. It's a dream come true.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Is that the question? Oh, okay.
Since we're at Comic Con, I want to know as Vegeta, Future Trunks, Roshi, Goku, if you guys were to face a comic character, DC, Marvel, which one would it be?
If we were going to be a different character in DC Marvel?
Fight.
Oh, fight one.
Comic character.
As our characters?
Yeah.
Winter Soldier for me. I know it's not DC, but I don't know the comic books at all. Don't tell me.
He said Marvel or DC.
He doesn't even know what a Winter Soldier is. He thinks it's just a guy in the cold with a gun.
Who is this Winter Soldier?
There's one guy with a rifle out in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing out here. Still clear.
I like the idea of Vegeta being in Star Wars and just going out to the Death Star and just blowing it up with his hand. He goes, see, no problem, problem solved. Like, he just because he could play. So much hoopla. Yeah, it was just, why'd you say we blow up these bastards? You know? Oh, they do seem appealing.
I'd like to see Trunks cut Batman in half. And then take his money.
Batman Massacre.
Oh, look, Capsule Corp got a new investor.
He's probably got the tech to just siphon that money out of Bruce Wayne's account into his easily.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
I think Roshi would have fun fighting the penguin. She'd be like, There's a whole bunch of noises, they're all like, what? And Krillin's going, I can't even tell who they are. No, Krillin would be going, Roshi is fighting penguin. Yeah. The sky is blue. These are my thoughts and I'm telling you.
Now, I am not on drugs, but for some reason, the idea of Goku fighting the Lucky Charms guy. Alright, I'm gonna clovers. Oh, those are great clovers. Let's fight. I mean, I don't know. For some reason, fighting the Lucky Charms guy seemed interesting.
And then Goku would be like, wait, what's magically delicious?
You know what? what? Okay, you got Super Smash Brothers. Why isn't there like a Super Smash Brothers, but it's with every cereal character of all time fighting each other to the death?
Why did they have that?
Like Super Cereal Brothers?
Yeah, Super Cereal Brothers.
Like,
right? I'd play that.
Captain Crunch. Oops, all berries!
Awesome.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that's a great
And the
idea.
Keebler elves are like the Cybermen, sort of.
Hi.
Frankenberry versus Captain Crunch. Fight!
Marshmallow attack!
We just do this all day. That's great.
We reserve all rights to that game.
Bye.
Who would you have to turn Super Saiyan to be Superman now?
I think he would have to be in God mode because God. Like to me, it's a moot point at that point because before Superman's only immune to, vulnerable to kryptonite and magic, and Goku's key energy is not magic. And Goku would probably go, unless Earth was in danger, let's get close to the sun as possible, and you get really charged up, Superman, and then I'll fight you. But if Earth was in danger, he'd probably do instant transmission to a planet with no yellow sun. And I had to think about this a lot, trust me. So I have to have a good answer. But as far as God mode, we don't know what the extent of Goku's God mode powers are, but God mode says a lot. So that's my answer. I think Goku would be. He's like, I don't give a shit about Lucky Charms. I really want to ask about Superman. And so since you didn't, I'm just gonna put it out there. Since I don't give a shit about Lucky Charms. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Joshua.
Hey, Joshua.
I have all 9 of the seasons of Dragon Ball Z.
You have all 9 of the scenes of Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
There are 9 scenes in Dragon Ball Z?
9 seasons.
9 seasons.
Scenes. I have all 9 seasons of them, and my favorite one is Goku, Vegeta, and Hercule fighting Majin Buu in Supreme Khan's planet. That was like the hardest one you guys ever did. Was it the hardest one you guys ever did? Like doing that, the voice.
Like recording lines?
Yeah, recording lines.
No. No, it wasn't. Actually, I still, because Vegeta just wasn't in that a lot. Like, Vegeta, I just didn't like that as much.
Yeah, I think for me that was pretty easy. I don't think I was there. So not that one for me. That would be my answer.
In the last moment, Vegeta decided, hey Goku, just make a super spirit bomb so you can defeat Majin Buu. What you think about that one? When you guys did that, the voice scene, when y'all did that.
Oh gosh, let me hang on. I'm thinking 2003, 4. I'm sorry. I'm trying to go into my mental database of 290 episodes and file that I don't know.
Sean's not a smart guy.
It's been a long time since we recorded that, so a lot of those individual scenes just kind of all blurred together for us.
I was trying to joke with you. I'm sorry, it sounded rude, but no, you're right. I appreciate that you appreciate it. I just don't remember it. I know that anytime it's like screaming. The two things that are hard is the real-time rapid-fire screaming. That's frustrating, and then there's the yell screaming. So anytime you're doing any kind of screaming, pretty much my life is like, okay, memory of Dragon Ball Z, few lines, screaming a lot, few lines, screaming a lot. That's all I remember, except for the last 2 movies. It's a giant blur for us. I apologize if I can't answer that question properly.
Yeah, mine's more like trading, boobies! That's most of my life.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's most of my life.
Yeah.
Okay, one more question. Who's your favorite character of all time in Dragon Ball Z season?
I'm a big Gregory and Bubbles fan. I really like those guys.
Eric, I know you did a good job being the future Trunks. You did an excellent job facing Mecha Frieza.
Thank you.
That was like the best fight you ever did in your life.
You really did a good job.
Yes, you did a good job.
You trained hard.
I know.
You're not Resurrection F though. I just didn't know you knew that.
I'm not in the movie.
But you have a huge story arc coming up.
Do you remember when you cut Frieza?
When Toriyama and I were talking, he said, you're too much. There's just too much awesome.
Except he said it in Japanese, so he had no idea really what he was saying.
Right. So I just went, what? I don't know what you're, okay. And then he walked away.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
He's like, all right, no, man, I'm leaving. Hi, how are you?
Hey, what's up?
Well, I was going to ask about how much money money Chi-Chi has to spend on Goku to feed him, but instead I think
That's a good question, actually. I bet it's a lot of money.
400,000 zenny, I believe.
So much zenny.
People ask what you think happened to launch, what your personal theory is.
Chris actually knows what happened to launch from the master.
Yeah, I was at, this was many, many years ago, when Shonen Jump launched in the United States, they had like this little press conference thing, and Akira Toriyama came. And for whatever reason, Funimation let me go to that. And he did a small Q&A with some pre-prepared questions that some people had asked. And one of the questions was, what happened to launch? And he got embarrassed, because the guy who created Dragon Ball Z, Akira Toriyama, is very shy, kind of agoraphobic, doesn't like to leave his house. He had really sweaty palms, he's like super, super nervous. He kind of got embarrassed, shrugged, and was like, I forgot about her. That's literally, that was the ending. Like, that's all he said.
Oh yeah, her.
Apparently he was a very forgetful mangaka though. Like people had
Yes.
to remind him a lot, like, oops, that can't happen, or no, you can't do that.
No, you're not making One Piece, you're making Dragon Ball. Oh, I gotta throw all these pages away.
I hope he doesn't have children.
Yeah, you forget about his child.
Oh, I just left Dave at the store again.
Did you say it's a child named Dave?
Why not?
You could, I suppose. It's
There's a lot of kids named Dave.
in Japan.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa,
Dave. Dave.
This isn't my son, Chad. This is Dave.
Dave. Toriyama.
Oh, that's the Japanese voice of Goku.
How you doing, man?
Hey guys, I really appreciate y'all being out here.
Thank you for having us.
I just want to say that year after year, you guys really just blow us away. Y'all are so entertaining. But I'm just wondering, what the hell is Sonny Straight's deal? What's it going to take to get him out here to join you guys?
Hang on a second, let me give him a call.
Yeah, we all need some krillin here, right? I mean,
Yeah, so
Let's give everyone his phone number. We can all call him.
I don't know if we need anybody to tell us exactly what they're already seeing on screen over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sonny died in 2005. There's been a stunt double.
Oh shit.
Voicemail.
Yeah, I was just texting him earlier.
Well, he saw that it was you.
Hey, Sonny, I'm on a panel with Mike and Eric and Chris, and some guy said, "Where's Sonny?" So I thought I'd call you. He's in Denton right now, probably. Right. And I was hoping you'd pick up so you could kind of be on this panel as a ghost, but why is that even going to do?
Sean's actually by himself, we're not here.
Yeah, Mike's not here. Anyway, call me back if you get this message. We'll be on the panel for another, I don't know, a few minutes. Okay, bye. Sorry.
So there's no answer to that question.
Yes, I don't have an answer from the horse's mouth.
It's all good.
I grew up with Ocean Dove, I'm sorry.
Well, then get the fuck out of here.
Alright, favorite movie y'all enjoyed working on and or video game?
Favorite movie and video game? Favorite movie, probably Battle of the Gods, even though I kind of like Resurrection F a little better. And favorite video game was probably the first one we did, because it was awesome to do a video game, you know?
Tenkaichi Budokai 3 was my favorite of the Dragon Ball games, but my favorite video game was probably, actually got to be a really funny character recently on the game Battleborn. Have you guys played that yet? There's a character called Arachnus, and he's like a spider character. That's my favorite character I've ever played. He's just a sentry robot that follows you around. If you pass him, he's like, "Hey, you look a nice day, man."
That's awesome. No, I love your character. Didn't you do the character in Borderlands 2, the politically correct bot or the sexual bot or?
Oh, the innuendo bot.
Innuendo bot. That's it. That was awesome. I didn't know we were talking about games.
This
like
gun
Dragon Ball.
is hard to use.
That was a great voice, man. The innuendo bot. I thought you were talking about if you're talking about other than Dragon Ball games, I enjoyed being strong in Fallout. That was a lot of fun, and Batman and the Dark Knight Rises. But other than that, Dragon Ball games, yeah.
So just generally favorite?
Yeah, I didn't know if it was generally or Dragon Ball games.
Or Dragon Ball?
Generally.
Oh, like favorite movie? Like
That you worked on?
that I've worked on?
Yeah.
When you made?
My movie Chariot? Yeah. Probably.
Which is pretty awesome.
Thanks. And favorite video game that I've worked on was Borderlands 2. That was fun.
Sweet.
I like that. Because of the innuendo bot.
Might be the best character in that whole game.
She was pretty great. Wait, Monica had a really good character. What was hers?
She was the guilt gun.
The guilt gun, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Anyway, she made you feel really bad for shooting people. Like,
Oh, he probably had a family. I've been fortunate enough to work on a bunch of movies. I don't know particularly which one, but I remember loving Summer Wars very much, the film I worked on a few years ago. And game-wise, I don't know, I was recently Charlie Nash in Street Fighter V, and that's pretty awesome.
Awesome.
And Dragon Ball ways, I don't know, because Roshi doesn't get to be a fighter in a lot of the games. So
That's true.
there's that.
They should be. He should be though.
Yeah.
Maybe
If
all
you
the
guys
training
haven't
stuff
seen-
should be with Roshi.
Like, if you guys haven't seen Summer Wars, it really is an amazing dub. Like, it's really one of the best dubs. It's not like, don't expect like super crazy over the top action movie the whole time, but it's like really lifelike, and it's a beautiful animated piece. If you haven't seen that, you should. Just reinforcing what Mike just said.
Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Summer Wars.
All right, Super Saiyan.
I feel like this is an NPR panel now.
Yeah.
Good times, good times.
Make sure to film your questions that you know that you're asking.
Asking them. Okay.
What is your opinion on Goku Super Saiyan 4 and Vegeta Super Saiyan 4?
They're both the number 4.
They're both the number
Four. It's better than 3, you know? Like, there's 3 is less than 4.
4.
4
is less than 4 is a good number.
4 is the loneliest number.
You
that
know,
you'll
4
ever
is
hear.
eco-friendly.
Yeah.
4 is an eco-friendly number.
Super Saiyan 5 would be nice someday.
It's easier to seat a table of 4 than 5.
You have to sit at a round table instead of
Round. Square doesn't divide.
That would be really easy to see 5.
4 is a good number.
It's also what you shout when you swing a golf club really hard.
It would be weird to shout 5.
And if you're really sarcastic,
I never thought about that actually when Goku says Super Saiyan 4.
We gotta do that.
You could like hit a golf ball right after that.
see, it's fun to be on the golf course and have someone shout out 4, and then someone else shout out score and 7 years ago.
I love it.
And then everyone turns around and they're like, I'm sorry.
I'll go home now.
I'll go home. Good times, good times.
Thank you.
4.
Good times, yeah.
4.
Okay, yeah.
Hi, my name is Varun.
Hey.
I'm from India. We got Dragon Ball Z sometime around the early 90s, probably 95, 90.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've pretty much grown up watching you guys. You guys are the best, probably.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We agree.
Now, I've heard they show this Dragon Ball on Toonami in India, like to millions of kids. Is that true in English?
I've watched it in 4 different languages apart from English.
Really?
Regional languages.
Now, do you get a show in India? I don't know when you've been back. There's a show you've ever seen in India called Shaktiman?
Yes.
I work on that show.
What?
I play the main bad guy's evil henchman, the dumb guy, the evil henchman guy. Because that was an Indian company came to do art when I was working on Pokemon in New York, and they had American writer, but they had like Indian, they give them the ideas that they wanted, and then have an American writer write it so it'd be more colloquial or whatever. And I got cast in Shaktiman, yeah.
Sean has a funny story about meeting someone who is a big Dragon Ball fan from India.
Oh, from India. I met a guy, and I don't want to offend you by doing my bad Indian accent, but I met a guy. I was on the taking the E train to work, and I on the platform 42nd Street or whatever, and this Indian guy comes up to me and he goes, "I know you," and I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "You're the Goku. I know you." And I go, "Watch all your YouTube videos. I have a job interview today, and I'm going to get the job because I met the Goku." And I'm like, "All right, well, congratulations. I hope you get the job." So I hope I didn't offend you with my impersonation of this other Indian guy. They've told me that that's a Southern Indian accent that I'm doing. Is that close to a Southern Indian? Or close? Okay.
He's like, it's kind of Indian.
It's crappy. But he was a delightful guy, and I hope he got the job.
My question is, on YouTube there's a channel called Team 4 Star. Have you seen the parodies of the Dragon Ball Z parody?
I have only seen a bit of that. I know these guys have seen it, maybe.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit. I haven't seen a whole lot, but a little bit I've seen is funny.
I've watched every episode. Isn't they the best guys?
I've never heard of them. Never heard of those.
4 star.
Team 4 Star, they parody the entire entire Dragon Ball Z series. They've done it from Dragon Ball through Dragon Ball Z. And
Really?
Right now.
That sounds horrible. we did that too. It's called Dragon Ball Z Kai. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we've heard them. They're from Dallas.
Yeah, they're fun dudes.
Or they moved to Dallas.
Any chance that you guys might want to do something like a guest appearance, something like that?
Well,
I don't think we technically can't.
Contractually, we really can't.
We can't cross our streams.
Yeah, we can't cross the streams legally on that.
They give a really nice disclaimer in the starting. It's non-profit fan-based parenting.
Yeah, I don't. We can't.
But we still have contracts.
We have contracts. My contract explicitly states I can't use the Goku voice with a character named Goku on another show. I can do the voice with like when I did Gonard on Kappa Mikey, that was me parodying Goku for Dragon Ball, and I can do the voice on that as long as he's not called Goku or looks like Goku. Is kind of what my contract.
What if he's called something like Loku?
If it was erotic, but it was drawn like him, I still couldn't do it.
Sloku?
Or someone who just...
That's pretty much me.
Or someone who just looks like Goku, like all the other characters.
All the other characters on the show. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Please have a question and not trying to kill us.
Kill us, don't kill us, okay.
We've been scared of you the entire time.
Yeah. Chris keeps going.
Eric goes, I think I may have just pooped my pants.
He did.
Alright, so Sean,
Yes.
is it true that you passed out doing Super Saiyan 4 transformation?
I did not pass out during the transformation. I passed out in Dragon Ball GT, Super Saiyan 4 Kamehameha, as when I passed out. Eric had previously passed out before me, just being Eric. I think he was just mad there was no donuts.
Yeah, that was just in the mall.
There was. Oh, I thought it was when the donut machine was empty in Funimation and you.
No more donuts!
Yeah, he was like, mad.
I think I might be. Am I the only non-pass out person on this panel? Did you pass out?
I've never really formally passed out. I've seen stars quite a few times, and I've been crazy hyperventilated before, but I've never really. I don't think I've ever lost time in space. Right?
I think there's a moderate sized list. Like I think it exceeds 5 people, which is probably 5 more than you should push to the point of passing out in the recording booth.
That's probably after about the 3rd or 4th day of me going, hey, just come on in for one more day and we'll just knock this out.
We'll just finish. We'll just knock it out.
No big deal.
Yeah.
And have you ever felt, when you constantly going back to the series, burned out about how you're back to it? Have you ever gotten tired of doing the series?
I mean, I think the only reason any of us might get tired is because we had to take the same story and do it over and over. We do a new game, it's fundamentally the same story. And Resurrection F and Battle of Gods was a breath of fresh air because we had new material. So when there's new material, you know, it really makes a big difference. So we're very excited about Super, if indeed that would ever happen. Funimation is still trying to sort all that out, so we're not officially doing that yet. But I don't get tired of playing the character in as much as, unlike Master Roshi or Eric or Chris, their characters have an arc, they grow. Goku stays fundamentally the same, so it's a little frustrating that he doesn't get to do more. He has like 3 basic emotions and that's it. And so, happy, angry, and hungry, and that's pretty much it. So I'm really looking forward to Super, especially if this whole evil Goku thing happens. Hopefully I'll get to play a character that is evil for once, because Chris gets all the choice lines, and Mike gets all the great booby lines, and Eric is constantly frustrated.
Father! And then I get to play drums.
Then he gets to play drums. Hello! But I love playing the character largely because it means to all of you, so that's a big part for me. King Kai's a lot more fun to play, actually, because I get to do jokes and stuff. Chris wants to take a picture up close for some reason. He's like, I just want to scare the shit out of my wife.
You seriously look just like a friend of mine, except a zombie version of him.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
I've also watched y'all since growing up.
Oh, thank you.
And there's been one question that's plagued my mind the entire time. Do y'all actually practice the screams, especially the iconic comma wave scream? Do you actually practice it?
Like at home?
Like, yeah.
I don't practice anything that I'm doing. The only practice I get is when we do a preview, and I don't go full out. I at least, the practice would be, okay, it's this word, 2.5 second pause, and then scream for what seems to be about 12, 13 seconds. That's my practice, is that I get to time out everything in my head so that when I do it, I can hopefully only have to do it once because it hurts. And these guys have to do a whole lot more of that than I do.
And how many times has Chi-Chi kicked Goku's,
Wait, so how many, who's,
What?
How many times did Chi-Chi kick
I missed the
Goku's-
important
yeah,
part. Your call dropped out.
kicked Goku's butt, and what if Vegeta was married to Chi-Chi, what would happen?
Oh, God. That would not last very long.
No.
He would have hit her a lot harder than Goku did.
Yeah, Goku hit her so hard she went through a wall and hit a tree. By
Actually, they
accident.
might get along
So
really
it's
well.
funny. No.
Or he'd be like, hey, this is awesome. We both hate Kakarot. I like you. We have a lot in common.
And then the opening of Bosom Buddies starts playing and they run through the park together.
I always thought that Yamcha was waiting for Goku to die so he could date Chi-Chi at the end of the series.
He was the one hanging out at their house when
Yeah.
Goku was unconscious.
Yeah.
Goten could be Yamcha's kid for all we know. They look alike, kind of, you know. Of course, they all kind of look alike on that show. Thank you for your question. Are we wrapping?
Thank you guys. Can we get a big warm thank you for everyone?
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So sweet.
Thank you very much.
And I believe that we are all headed back down to the dealer's room to sign stuff. So if you guys need stuff signed, we will be there to do so.
Yes.
Hope you'll come see us.
Yes, please do. Thank you.
Bye.